What's up YouTube, Cap over here, and welcome to the second week of the R.E.D League as we are taking on the CLE Legends, coached by Nathan. And before we get into the team builder itself, be sure to smash that like button, be sure to show your support, and subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to us. And yeah, that would be pretty awesome. So before we get into it, you're going to see the team come across right now. That is the team I'm prepping for. It's quite a scary team. It's got some powerful threats. The Charizard X, Salamence, Metagross, and Zapdos is a pretty good, and the Gengar too is pretty good. It's pretty good. But I'm bringing back Lacapitina. She did so much work last week, and right now I'm just debating on whether to put a Life Orb or Extra Belt. Either way, it takes down Charizard X in one hit. It can take one hit from Gengar, but after +2 or +1, it can still take it relatively well, depending if it's not spec'd. If it's spec'd, then I'm going to be in a bit of doo-doo butter. But it's pretty much out here just to take out Charizard X. It outspeeds it. Salamence, it outspeeds it. It can easily beat Alomola, easily. Even if it goes for knockoff, I still have the recover. And yeah, so it takes on Virizion too. It outspeeds it. It does all of that jazz, which is what exactly I wanted to do. It totally walls Zapdos, including Hidden Power Ice. So it's sort of my Zapdos check. We've got Coco Chanel, the Cinccino. Cinccino is pretty much here just to outspeed everything on his team. It's a guaranteed outspeed. Latios speed ties with Gengar, so most likely he is going to fully invest in speed and make it timid. So that's what I'm predicting. Or it could be a Scarfed Gengar, either or. But pretty much Coco Chanel is the guarantee to outspeed Gengar. It outspeeds it by a couple speed points. It outspeeds everything on his team. And pretty much Bullet Seed KOs Quagsire. Bullet Seed does a decent amount of damage on Alomola. Rock Blast pretty much KOs Charizard, Zapdos, Salamence, and Chatot. Knockoff, just because I'm predicting the Metagross to come in with an Assault Vest, it's going to be really nice if I can get that going. If the Gengar comes in, then I can go for a knockoff, get rid of whatever item it has. Tail Slap pretty much KOs Virizion. Scrafty is a 2-hit KO. And yeah, so pretty much it's just my sweeper. It can do a lot of damage, especially with this sort of spread in the Life Orb. Pretty much it's just my guaranteed I will outspeed everything on his team. And yeah. Next up we have Skull Crusher. Nothing really much has changed on this. It's pretty much the same set that we brought last week. Thunder Wave, Avalanche, Earthquake, Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks are going to be really important in this just because it puts everything in range where Coco Chanel can actually just simply KO everything. And yeah. Next up, and it's also my check for the things that are Salamence, Charizard X, Metagross, well, not entirely Metagross, but pretty much just Salamence and Charizard X. They can't do a lot. I can T-Wave it, I can Earthquake it, and that pretty much guarantees the KOs on that side. Next up we have Apple, my Rotom Heat. This is my check to Zapdos and Metagross. They pretty much can't do anything to it. Putting up the Reflect, it'll put me in a decent position. He doesn't have a lot of ground types. The only ground type he has is Quagsire. Assuming if he does bring it, then he might leave out Alomola. And that allows me to just go for Hidden Power Grass and simply just take out Quagsire. But I'm not too worried about Quagsire just because it doesn't do a lot to me. I have a ton of switch-ins for Quagsire, and Quagsire is a pretty passive Pokemon. Hidden Power Grass pretty much one-hit KOs Quagsire. Overheat is a 2-hit KO with the Assault Vest. And Bolt Switching is just to give me switch initiative. The Reflect is just to put up just in case Charizard X and Salamence get a bit out of hand. Metagross can come in too and go for the Rock Slides. I can easily eat that up. And yeah, so pretty much it's my check to Rotom Heat or Zapdos and Metagross. Now this is my Gengar check. This is my pure Gengar check because I know that thing is coming. Assuming it doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, I'm just gonna go for the Pursuit and Pursuit trap that thing. I want to trap it and I want it gone. It can take a hit from a Charizard X Flare Blitz. I've seen it a couple times. If it's a special Charizard X, I can just eat up those flamethrowers and hit it with Earthquake. It's a one-shot on Virizion with Poison Jab, and it pretty much does a decent amount on Metagross with knockoff. And Poison Jab is pretty much just in there just to cause a bit of havoc. A lot of his team doesn't appreciate poisons, and he doesn't have a lot of clerks on his team. The only things being Alamola and Miss Magus, which I can sort of punish him for that if he goes into it. Next up, we have our Sylveon. Sylveon's pretty much... Sylveon the Lemonade. Sylveon's pretty much my one-hit KO Pokemon. Hyper Voice pretty much KOs everything on his team. Charizard X, Gengar, Zapdos if it's not specially defensive, Scrafty, Verzion, Quagsire, Chatot, Salamence. Metagross is the only exception, unless if I get a prediction on the Shadow Ball. Alamola, I think, just lives by 1, and Miss Magus lives not decently well. So pretty much whenever Sylveon comes in, lives a hit, and something's gonna take a decent amount of damage, and it's not gonna appreciate it. So Sylveon has a big role in this match. As long as I can keep Sylveon around, I'm going to be in a decent position to really take a hold of the match. If Gengar comes in, I can switch into Dora the EXP and just fire off some big damage. But things that we got to look out for is the Salamence. Salamence is really unpredictable, assuming it can have... It's got a wide range. It can be a special Salamence, a physical Salamence. If it Dragon Dances, then I'm in a bit of trouble. Charizard X is a bit of a hassle too, just because of it's just Charizard X. Gengar is going to be something that I need to take down as soon as possible, just because it threatens so much of my team. And Focus Blast, Sludge Wave, and Shadow Ball is pretty good coverage on my team, plus with a decent speed stat. So Drapions going to have to come in and really put in a lot of work. And if I can get rid of Metagross too, I'm going to be happy just because Metagross does things that I don't want it to do, but Apple's a hard check to Metagross, and that's assuming it doesn't have Rock Slide. So if it doesn't have Rock Slide, then it makes room for another move. It has Rock Slide, then it takes away one move and leaves an open spot for one of my teammates to come in and do some damage. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Be sure to smash that like button, and wish us luck once again as we're going to go into battle right now. So thanks for watching. This is Cap, signing off.